You weren't born unbreakable. You become unbreakable the moment you get tired of breaking. When life stops being gentle. When comfort stops being enough. When you realize discipline isn't a choice anymore. It's survival. That's when the unbreakable version of you is born. Every legend, every warrior, every great human being started with one moment. They got sick of their own excuses. That moment when you look in the mirror and say, I'm done being weak. I'm done being average. I'm done hiding behind motivation. Because motivation doesn't build warriors. Discipline does. Discipline builds the unbreakable. Let me tell you a story. A man once told me he wasn't weak. He was just waiting for the right moment. Waiting for motivation. Waiting for clarity. Waiting for the right time. And guess what? 10 years passed. Nothing changed. Because waiting is the graveyard of potential. Comfort became his prison. Fear became his chains. And only one thing could save him. Discipline. Daily, painful, lonely discipline. You think discipline is punishment? You think discipline is suffering? No. Discipline is freedom. Freedom from regret. Freedom from weakness. Freedom from who you used to be. Motivation gives you a spark. Discipline builds the fire. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a decision. Look, the real war isn't outside. The real war is internal. You versus the weaker you. You versus the excuses you've believed for years. You versus the comfort that's killing your potential. Every morning, every workout, every decision, you're either becoming unbreakable or you're breaking again. This is bigger than you. This is a movement, a rebellion, a declaration that weakness is no longer your identity. The discipline movement, a movement for the ones who are done breaking, done failing themselves, done hiding behind comfort. This movement doesn't celebrate effort. It demands consistency. It doesn't reward excuses, it punishes them. It doesn't follow motivation, it follows purpose. Let me tell you the truth. Becoming unbreakable is expensive. Costs, sleep, comfort, distractions, excuses, bad habits, and your old identity. But the reward? Strength, power, focus, purpose, self-respect, transformation. The price is pain, but the prize is greatness. How do you know you're growing? How do you know you're changing? When your body says stop, but your mind says go. When your feelings say, I can't, but your discipline says, I must. When everyone else quits and you remain. That's what makes a person unbreakable. Not talent, not luck, not motivation. Discipline, the daily grind, the unsexy consistency, the pain you show up for even when you don't feel like it. You've seen the beginning, you've felt the fire, but you haven't met the unbreakable version of yourself yet. Part 2, that's where the transformation happens. That's where discipline becomes destiny. There's a moment in every journey, a moment where most people tap out, not because they're incapable, but because they trained for motivation, not discipline. Motivation disappears the moment it gets hard. Discipline begins the moment it gets hard. Most people break when the pressure hits, but you're going to rise through it. This is where the weak break and the unbreakable begin. Every day you face two choices, comfort or discipline, weakness or strength, excuses or growth, and every choice shapes you. Every choice builds the future version of you or destroys it. Discipline is not accidental. It's intentional. It's deliberate. It's chosen and chosen again. Let me tell you about someone else. A woman who said she was too tired, too stressed, too overwhelmed. But one day she broke. She cried on her bathroom floor because she realized she wasn't living, she was surviving. So she made a decision, a tiny decision, a weaponized decision. From today, I will not negotiate with weakness. She started small, tiny habits, small pain, daily discipline. And guess what? Weakness melted. Strength grew. The unbreakable rose. You want the truth? Discipline hurts. Growth hurts. Transformation hurts. But regret hurts more. Pain is the admission fee for greatness. Not suffering for nothing, but suffering for purpose. Every rep, every early morning, every lonely night spent building instead of distracting, is shaping the warrior you're becoming. Pain isn't a warning sign, it's a signal of evolution. There is a moment, a very specific moment, where something changes. Pain becomes fuel. Discipline becomes instinct. Sacrifice becomes strength. Hard becomes normal. And suddenly, you're not pretending to be strong. You are strong. You're not faking discipline. You are disciplined. You're not climbing a mountain. You are the mountain. This is the shift. This is the becoming. This is unbreakable. Look around you. This is a movement, a global rebellion against the comfort culture. People from every corner of the world waking up at 4 a.m. People doing cold showers. People lifting. People running. People journaling. People transforming. They're not better than you. They're not stronger than you. They're just done negotiating with weakness. This movement doesn't wait for motivation. Creates discipline. Creates warriors. Creates the unbreakable. There is a version of you waiting in the future, stronger, smarter, relentless, disciplined, fearless. And that version of you is begging you not to quit, not to fold, not to seek comfort, not to live soft. Your future is built by your discipline or destroyed by your comfort. If you want to become unbreakable, then live by this code. No comfort, no excuses, only discipline, only responsibility, only growth. This is how warriors are built. This is how legends rise. This is how you become someone you respect. Not in a day, not in a week, but in every painful, disciplined choice, stacked on top of another. So here's the question. Will you go back to comfort or rise into discipline? Will you choose excuses or choose evolution? Will you stay the same or become unbreakable? The world doesn't need more comfortable people. It needs more disciplined warriors. It needs you. This is your moment, your turning point, your transformation. Say it with me. I am unbreakable. Say it again. I am unbreakable. Now go prove it. Because the discipline movement has begun, and you're part of it now.